What's going on, guys? It's your boy Scrub here, back again with another video. Hope you guys are having a great day. I know I am. Today I have a pretty petty story on my part about how I got revenge on this guy who stole my CSGO skins from me when I was in high school. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty petty, but I'm gonna be honest, the moral of the story is you should never steal someone's skins, okay? That's just too precious to who they are. Regardless, it should be a pretty fun video. I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. And yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, but be sure to press the like button. Otherwise, no joke, no scam. Someone will steal all your skins, and trust me, it's not very swag. And yeah, let's go. It's absurd, I'm getting to the bag now. Lil' mama, and she trying to call me dad now. I don't wanna hear no dumb shit. Alright, so, you know, today I've got a story time of some sweet, sweet revenge. And, you know, I'm not advocating that you should get revenge on everybody that screws you over, but all I will say is that it does feel pretty good sometimes if somebody does you really dirty to get them back a little bit. Back in high school, I was super into CSGO. It was just a really fun game, and at the time, the competitive scene was like super popping and everybody was playing it. This is back in like 2015, 2016, when it really was one of the biggest games on the internet. And I'm gonna be honest, it still is one of the best games ever made in my opinion. Like, the competitive in that game is mwah, chef's kiss. And obviously, when you're super into a game, every gamer will understand that you kind of want some skins. Like, if I'm gonna be staring at it all day, I want it to look good. And yes, I know technically it's wasting money or whatever, but like, everyone who's played video games before will understand that if you're gonna play a game a lot, you kind of end up just spending money on skins. Yes, it's dumb. Yes, you shouldn't do it, but I'm weak. I'm just a man, all right? I'm mortal. I fall to the pressure of wanting to look cool in a video game, all right? And I had a job at the time at the grocery store that I've talked about before, and I was making money, so I ended up buying like a CSGO knife and some skins just to make my game look prettier and because I liked them. And I had a couple IRLs who were also super into the game at the time, and you know, we would play together every now and then. I was a little bit better than them, but every now and then we would get together and just play together. And one of my IRLs named Michael was a pretty cool dude, and he was the only one of the people I knew from school who was the same rank as me. So we ended up just playing together a lot, so that way we wouldn't have to like queue alone in competitive games, because anyone who's played CSGO can tell you that playing alone is just, you know, it's an experience, I'll put it that way. So me and Michael ended up just playing games a lot together, and when you're playing games a lot together, obviously you just kind of become friends. And because we had been playing together, one day when I was logging off a little bit earlier than normal, he asked if he could borrow my knife for the week so he could just, you know, make it look better in his inventory and just see what it's like to play with a knife, to decide if he wanted to buy one, because he had just gotten a job and he just wanted to see, you know, if he wanted to spend any of his money on a knife. And because me and him had been playing together for a few months at this point consistently, and we went to school together and I knew him in real life, I figured, like an idiot, that I could trust him with him, dude. Like, genuinely, trust is cool, you know? I understand why some people want to trust a bunch of people, but this was when I learned the lesson that unless somebody's like one of my best friends, I'm just not gonna let anyone borrow anything valuable. Because here was this guy I'd been playing with for a couple months, and he just asked for like a good reason, in my opinion, if he could just borrow my knife. So whatever, I decide to trade him the knife so he can use it for the week and I can get it back as soon as it trade unlocks. So back in the day, what would happen is if you traded somebody an item on Steam, it was locked for a week and they couldn't send it back. So I knew when I traded it to him, it was going to take a week for me to get it back. So the next day at school, I just kind of told him, yeah, just give it back as soon as it unlocks. And he just says, yeah, okay, no problem, you know, and I think everything's good at this point. I have no clue that anything shady is about to go down. And over the week, he just kind of starts to act a little bit sus, bro. Like, he's avoiding playing together. He starts to be a little mean whenever we are hanging out, but whatever. I don't really take things personally, and I figured he's just, like, going through it. Sometimes people just get in a bad mood for a week, and you just kind of gotta let it, like, brush off your shoulders. I guess you could try to fight him, but, you know, we'd been cool for a couple months, so when he was just kind of angry for a week, I was like, I don't know, maybe his mom's yelling at him or something. Maybe his grades are bad. I don't care. And it just so happened that I had to work a lot that week too, so, you know, it wasn't even like I was playing CSGO a lot, so it just wasn't in the front of my mind that he had even borrowed my knife. Like, it just wasn't even in my mind whatsoever that it was a possibility that he was acting weird because of that. And, you know, sometimes people are just a little bit too trusting. I'm one of those people, and it makes me look stupid sometimes. And obviously, in retrospect now, when I give somebody, like, a valuable game item that they could sell for real money and they start to, like, ignore you and act weird, it's a sign that they're definitely up to something shady. But whatever, younger me was just a little stupid, that's how it is. Older me is still stupid, but not as stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, my ratio of smarts to stupidity has improved slightly. I'm pretty proud of myself. I've gotten a level up. But at the time, my stupidity level was still pretty up there. Anyways, after a week, I know that my item is able to be traded back, so I go to message him on Steam and just ask him to trade it back, dude, and wouldn't you know it, I am blocked on Steam, dude. He had blocked me on Steam, so at this point, I'm starting to freak out a little bit because he has my knife, and I'm blocked, so I really have no way to message him on the internet, like on Steam. So I figure at this point, you know, maybe it's a mistake, considering the dude has my $250 CSGO skin he promised to trade back. So I go to send him a text message, and we both had iPhones, and when that happens, it's supposed to go through blue. It's supposed to be an iMessage, and sure enough, it goes green and says not delivered, which is what happens when someone blocks your number. So at this point, he's blocked me on Steam, he's blocked my number, I checked Twitter, I checked Instagram, I checked basically every way that I have to get in contact with this guy, and I am blocked on literally every single one. Like, I have no way to get in touch with him, and I realize that he's just trying to take off and run with my stuff at this point. The only problem is, and I don't know if he realized this, like, probably not, it seems like his brain just couldn't wrap his mind around the fact of this, is I knew him in real life. Like, we went to school together, so even if you have me blocked on Steam and Twitter and Instagram and my phone number's blocked, I can still walk up to you at school and be like, why are you trying to steal my stuff? You know what I mean? And that's why I had given it to him in the first place, because yeah, if you trust someone online that, like, if they take your stuff, you have nothing you can do about it, then yeah, that sucks. But, like, I know him in real life, so even though he's blocked me on everything, I'm pissed at this point, because I know he's trying to steal from me, but I do know that I can just walk up to him in person, dude. Like, yes, yeah, you can block me on Steam and my phone number, but I still know you. Like, I know who you are. So the next day, I get to school and start looking for him, because, you know, I am pissed, I want my stuff back. And I'm not even kidding. The spot that he's usually at every morning, I had, like, seen him hanging out with his other friends before, dude. He's not at. He's literally hiding from me somewhere because he knows that I'm looking for him and he knows that he's in the wrong. Like, he knows he's stolen my stuff. And, you know, I'm asking his friends, like, where is he? And they're all, you know, when I go up to them and asking where he is, they're like, I don't know, I haven't seen him. But they're all looking kind of nervous as if he told them that I was going to come looking for him, you know? So they're all like, I don't know. And he's, like, hiding from me because he knows that I'm pissed. He knows that I'm going to come ask him about it because he's stealing from me. And it was an expensive knife, like $250 knife. Yes, I was really into the game. You know, I was playing a bunch. In retrospect, was it a little too much money for a knife? Yeah, probably. I'm not going to lie. My knives now are worth more than that, so I didn't even learn a lesson really on that front. But regardless, I'm pissed because, you know, I wasn't a YouTuber at the time, so like a $250 knife was a week's worth of working for me when I was working overtime at nights and then still having to go to school the next day. So yeah, I was pretty pissed off that somebody had, like, taken my hard work and tried to run off with it. Especially because it was somebody that I was trying to be nice to. You know, like, to add insult to injury, dude, when someone's stealing from you when you were being a nice person and letting them, like, use your knife because you felt bad for them, dude, it just hurts even more. Like, you know, if you jump me, crap, well, you're clearly a criminal, that sucks. But when it's somebody that you know and, like, out of the kindness of your heart and then they take advantage of it, yeah, that's annoying. So all day, bro, I'm pissed, I'm seething because, like, he's hiding from me, he's blocked me on everything, I'm annoyed. And finally at lunch I see him, and I don't think he knew we had the same lunch period. So I walk over to him and I'm like, bro, you need to give me my stuff back. It's not funny, you know, you've blocked me on everything, you're trying to hide from me, it's not sick, give me my stuff back, I'm not playing around. And he's like sitting with his friends, you know, so obviously I think he wanted to look all cool, so he looks at me and is like, it's just a video game, bro, like, it's a video game item, you nerd, get a life, like, haha, trying to roast me. Keep in mind, he's the one that begged me to give it to him, like, oh yeah, I'm the one that needs to get a life, but you're the one stealing video game items, so if I'm pathetic for buying it, that means that you are equally pathetic. And even then, dude, like, you really think this looks cool in front of your friends admitting that you stole something, but oh, you're a nerd? Like, I don't know about you, dude. If I was friends with somebody and somebody came up to them and said, why did you steal from me? And their explanation is, you're a nerd, I'm not going to be friends with that person anymore, bro, because that's super not cool. Like, I don't know, man. Stealing somebody's hard-earned money or like something that they value, whether or not it's on a video game, just isn't cool, especially when it could be traded for real-life money. Like, CSGO skins you can sell to people, especially at the time there were websites that could automatically like cash out your skins and whatnot. So he did basically steal money from me. Like, there's no way around it. But of course, in front of his friends, he's like, yeah, you giant nerd. Who cares if somebody stole a video game item? LMAO, like, how pathetic. Ha ha ha. Yeah, you got me, man. How pathetic for not wanting the thing that I spent my hard-earned money on to be stolen. Dang it, dude. Oh, yeah, I'm roasted. I will never be able to come back from this one. The embarrassment is too strong. Regardless, I think he forgot that, like, you know, I can just talk very well, you know. So I just kind of started roasting him, and I explained, yes, CSGO items are worth real money though, because there's websites that will PayPal you out. So I reply to him with the cost and explain how you swore you were going to give it back. I start pulling out messages of him saying he was going to trade it back. I start calling him a thief, and my job is talking. Like, I've always been pretty solid at talking. That's always kind of been my strong suit when it comes to just existing, I guess. So obviously I start making him look pretty bad in front of my friends. Like, when somebody starts calling out someone you're friends with for stealing and they just start looking like an idiot, and I'm pulling up receipts of him basically admitting that, you know, he was gonna give it back and now he's not, and he knows how much money it's worth. That whole "you're a dumb nerd" thing, why do you care so much, suddenly doesn't look so good when you're admitting that you knew you were taking something of value from somebody, bruh. And he's starting to get mad because he knows that I'm making him look bad, and he replies that he was only ever playing games with me to get my items in the first place. He doesn't even like the video games, and I'm not getting it back because he's already sold it so I can go away. So basically he admits that, like, he never liked me, which, whatever, I don't really care. You don't like me, you don't like me, it is what it is. But he sold my knife, took the money, and now is trying to embarrass me in front of all these people by acting like he played me to get the skins and, you know, oh, my feelings should be all hurt, but whatever. At this point, I'm like, I gotta get you back. Especially because, dude, he was the one who was always asking to play with me. It wasn't the other way around. Like, I was never begging him to come play with me, so for him to insinuate that, you know, oh, yeah, I played you when you were the one begging to hang out with me is just kind of a bad look, but whatever, dude. Now I've got to get back on you. If you do me that dirty, like, yes, I could be the bigger person, you're right, you know, but if I have the opportunity to screw you over at that point, I'm gonna take it. Like, yeah, I'm petty, I understand. Oh, man, you should be the bigger person. Being the bigger person is for, like, you know, somebody cuts you off in traffic, or like you and your girlfriend break up and she starts being petty, but you guys have good memories together. If somebody plays you, was never your friend, admits that they played you the entire time, and then is like, I stole something from you, haha, what are you gonna do about it? I feel like at that point, you're allowed to be petty, you know? And if you disagree, well, that's just too bad, you're wrong. Anyways, I had a teacher that I was an aide for at the time, and I would grade tests and homework whenever I was in there, and whenever I would grade my friends' tests, you know, I wouldn't really pay too close attention, and wouldn't you know it, magically, a couple of their answers would be changed to the right ones, or I would mismark an answer or two. So their grades would do better, you know, and I just did that for all my friends. It wasn't like I just did it for this guy, but like if I recognized a name and it was somebody that I was cool with, you know, and they got like a 79 on a test, I might change an answer and make them get a B. It wasn't like I was changing grades dramatically. I wasn't giving them 100% all the time. But yeah, you know, if we're friends, then like if I'm in a position to help you out, I'm gonna help you out, because that's just what you do for your friends, right? You don't steal their video game items. Well, I don't think this guy had any idea that I was basically the only reason he was even passing one of his classes, right? So I just started grading his tests the way that he answered them, instead of trying to help him out and bump up his grade a couple percent here and there, or like make him get a B instead of a D in some instances. I didn't change his answers to wrong ones, but I just stopped helping him get answers right. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't like I went out of my way to ruin his grade. I just started giving him the grades that his brain actually deserved, and he wasn't the brightest guy in the world considering he tried to steal my CSGO items, not listening that, like, you know, I can walk up to him in person. So I just stopped going out of my way to boost his grades. So I'm watching his grade tank harder and harder in this class, you know? And I promise on my channels, I never made his answers wrong. I didn't make him fail on purpose. I just stopped helping out his grades. And the grades start going down and down and down, and I just don't care. I ended up buying another knife with some of my money from my job, and I was just like, oh, well, yeah, it was an expensive lesson to learn, but like, I'll just move on. I don't care. And one day, I get on Steam to play CSGO, and I see a friend request from Michael's account, and out of humor, I accept it, you know, just to be like, I wonder what this idiot wants, but yeah, I'm not gonna be friends friends with you anymore. Like, once you do me dirty, that's it, GG. And instantly, dude, I get a message from him apologizing for stealing my knife, saying how he knows it was messed up and he's really sorry. And listen, dude, like, I appreciate the apology. It's really cool that you realize that now, but like, I'm not gonna forgive you once you steal from me. I can't be your homie after that. It's impossible. No matter how much you apologize, no matter how much you say like, oh, you know, my fault, dude, once you steal from me when we were friends and I trusted you, like, how am I supposed to trust you after that? You literally stole from me. Like, $250 skin down the drain, man. That was, you know, like I said, like a week's worth of work, and you just took it from me, and you just think sending me a Steam message saying you're sorry is just gonna make everything all cool. So I reply, I'm like, yeah, it was pretty messed up, bro, but whatever. We can't be friends again, but I'm not mad anymore. Because it wasn't like I was mad at him, you know. Like I said, I got another knife. It was an expensive lesson to learn, but there's no reason to stay mad about it. But I'm never going to trust you again, dude. So he starts typing again. And I'm figuring he would at least be smart enough not to, like, ask for anything from the person he'd stolen from, right? Well, Peanut Brain over here decides to do a Peanut Brain thing, dude. Because the next thing he ends up asking me literally blows my mind. I do not understand how you could possibly be this, like, slow-brained to think that this was a good idea to ask somebody that you had literally just stolen from. So he has the balls, dude, to ask me if I can help him study for the class that he's failing because his parents are pissed. And I'm literally laughing at it reading this, because you've got to be kidding me, right? How are you going to steal from me? Say that you used me to get all this money and all this stuff, played me, blah, 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 which, like I said, you would always ask to hang out with me. It's not like you really, like, played me. And even then, dude, if somebody just doesn't want to be my friend anymore, it's not personal. It's not like you were my girlfriend. You can't really play me. It's not like I thought you were going to be my best friend for life. We just played video games together, bro. Like, okay, man, you got me. Anyways, he does all this stuff and then apologized and then immediately asked me to help him again. So I'm like, you're not actually sorry. I don't type this, but in my head, I'm like, there's no way he's actually sorry. Because if he was actually sorry, he wouldn't just immediately start asking for stuff again. Like, he would realize that, you know, oh man, that was really wrong of me to steal from you. Like, you were a good friend. So how are you gonna ask me to help you study? Like, you're just an idiot. And once you steal from me, I don't care about your grades anymore. Like, that's not my problem. I genuinely don't care. Like, you have to have the memory of a goldfish to think I would ever help you study and get an A after you steal from me, because it's just not gonna happen. However, I do realize that now I could just mess with this dude because he has no idea what's going on, right? And he's just an idiot, and I realize he's not very smart, so it would be very easy for me to, like, you know, just get some good revenge. So what I decide to do is pretty sweet, if you're asking me, in my opinion, and it was pretty big brain. Alright guys, I'm gonna stop the story time for a second. On screen is a Roblox gift card. I give a gift card away every day, every video I post, actually, just to say thank you to the people that are subscribed. So if you're not, you should subscribe. I guess like 80% of the people who watch my videos aren't subs, so if you're enjoying it, be sure to press that sub button, turn on notifications. It's free, you can always unsub, and I literally give away money every video, so you got nothing to lose. And yeah, if you are already subbed, I just wanted to say thank you very much. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and let's get back into it. So I start convincing this guy that I have this program that would automatically help you pass all these classes. It like hacked into the mainframe. I was just using all these computer buzzwords. I didn't even know what I was saying, but I knew he didn't either. And it was a pretty big file, but you know, once you committed to downloading it, it was basically a guaranteed way to get an A, and it was how like I got my good grades, because look at me, I'm so stupid. There's no way I could manage to get any of my classwork done, so I have to use this program to do it. And he starts really buying into it and like begging me to send it to him because he needs all the help he can get to get his grades up. And he's like, dude, please, I'll do anything. Please just send me this program. Keep in mind, it's not real. I'm just completely making it up, because I knew that he had really bad internet. Like, it would take him hours to install a 5 GB update, right? It would take him forever to install anything. So I just start going through my computer and putting like every video file, every game file I have into this RAR file, and I name it like school hacking program, whatever, and it ends up being like a 25 GB file, which is, it's a big file, you know? I was able to upload it in like 20 minutes on my internet, but keep in mind, it would take him hours to install or download this file. Like, I knew it was gonna take him basically days to download this 25 GB file, and there's nothing in it. So I upload the RAR and I sent it to him, and I was like, I know it's big, but trust me, it's worth it. Keep in mind, it's just full of like videos videos and game files. Like, there's nothing involving school at all. There's literally nothing that he can use to get a better grade, dude. I send it to him and he's downloading it, and you know, his internet is terrible, and I guess like it shuts off and comes back a bunch, and every time it would shut off, it would make him restart the download, and he's like, thank you so much. You have no idea how much of a lifesaver you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And he spends the next 4 days downloading his RAR file. Keep in mind, while he's downloading things, because his internet is so bad, he can't play any games. He can't, like, you know, basically do anything but sit there and watch the RAR file slowly download, and there's nothing in it. He thinks that he's about to, like, get the secret sauce to getting an A in every class ever, and all he's really about to get is trolled, you know, because I've just convinced him that this file is going to solve all his problems when it's going to do literally nothing for him. And he's sending me messages the whole time being like, oh, I'm so excited, I'm gonna get all these A's. For 4 days downloading his file. He's telling me that he's like telling his teachers to F off because he knows that he's gonna get an A after he gets this program, so he's not gonna need them to like him anyways. So he is running around burning bridges with all of his teachers, thinking that he's gonna get this magic program to give him A's, and the program's just not real. Like, he's downloading literally nothing, but I'm not saying anything because at this point, dude, you've tried to, you know, you've literally stolen my thing, but on top of that, now you've like tried to manipulate me by fake apologizing just so I'll help you get an A. All this stuff, I just don't like this, dude. I don't feel bad at all, genuinely. No remorse for any of this. So finally, after 4 days of it downloading, bro, I know he's downloaded the file because I just started getting this tirade of angry messages being like, how could you betray me? Are you kidding me? Like, what is this? You promised this was gonna help me get my grade up. Like, do you have any idea what I did? I told all my teachers to, you know, F off. Like all these angry messages. And finally, the one that sets me off is, how could I betray you again? Like, he says it again. How could I betray you? Me betray you, dude? Like, you stole $250 from me and you think I owed you loyalty. Like, you think somehow I still owed you. The delusion you have to have in your head. So whatever, I'm getting all these angry messages telling me that I suck, I'm a jerk, blah, 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 blah. I didn't owe you anything. Like, in my opinion, this is some pretty harmless revenge. All I did was make you waste your time. I didn't tell you to go tell your teachers that they were stupid. You did that on your own. Like, you know, if you did that, hey, man, that was a really bad idea. You shouldn't have done that. But it's not like I said, yeah, man, go tell all your teachers that they're idiots. That'll definitely work out. Like, I didn't tell you to do anything. So I just remind him that he stole from me and he's the one that started this all. And he's just raging me, like calling me every name in the book. And finally, he just blocks me again, right? And I'm like, okay, dude, you can block me again. I don't care. So he ends up blocking me. And like the next day I come to school and everybody's kind of asking me what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they start telling me that, you know, he had kind of told everybody what happened. And I'm like, yeah, so I explain in further detail what happened, and everybody was like, that's pretty funny. Nobody was mad at me. He thought that everybody was going to think I'm a jerk, but everybody thought it was pretty fair. And he ended up failing that one class, actually. I don't even care. I thought it was hilarious. You know, maybe you shouldn't go around stealing money from people if they're helping you pass your classes. Like, I don't know. Maybe you should have seen that coming. It's almost like stealing from people who help you and don't do anything but, like, you know, put you ahead in classes is a really bad idea. Genuinely is just not the right way to do things. Oh my gosh, who could have ever seen that coming? I hope you guys don't think I'm, like, too petty, you know? If you guys don't like me anymore after this video, YOLO. I don't regret it, genuinely. It was just pretty funny. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna do it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, I would really appreciate you pressing the like button, commenting down below. Go ahead and tell me the story of the time you ever got revenge on somebody, if you ever have, in the comment section. I'd love to see it. And other than that, if you don't have a story, just comment the word potato down below. It helps the video do better, and you know, it would mean a lot. Other than that, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that good stuff. And if you want more content, I do have a podcast called The Scuffed Cast. A link is in the description. And other than that, I also got to show you guys something very cool. Okay, you guys are gonna be absolutely mind blown. This is the haha merch. Oh my god, guys, look at it. Have you ever seen anything crazier? Wow, if you put this on a shirt and got it, I guarantee you no one would ever try to steal your CSGO knife. Real talk, the merch link is also going to be down in the description if you guys want to check it out. No pressure though. Last things that I've got to plug, I've just got a couple more. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok, it's at Scrubby Stories. The Instagram is just at Scrubby. Twitter at Scrubby_69. And yeah, other than that, that's going to do it for the video. Don't get anyone pregnant. If you do, make sure they're hot. And hopefully I will see you guys all next time with another video. I'm out. Peace.